because if she converses with somebody outside of the website, that's breaking United States IMBRA law.
No, God!
It's not legal. It's not legal in the U.S. to do that.
No, God, please, no! No!
The law, the IMBRA law, is on the websites, not on social media.
No! No!
David really doesn't understand IMBRA, you guys. Let's set the record straight. IMBRA, or the International Marriage Broker Regulation Act, is a set of amendments to the Immigration and Nationality Act, along with some specific provisions on marriage brokers and disclosures to applicants. It was passed in 2005 as part of a larger reauthorization of the Violence Against Women Act. The act has multiple parts. It amends the INA by adding additional rules to K-1 visas, including requiring a 2-year interim before a new K-1 petition can be filed, putting a lifetime cap of 2 K-1 petitions per U.S. citizen, requiring USCIS to conduct a criminal background check on K-1 petitioners, and requiring that information discovered in the criminal background check be disclosed by the State Department to K-1 applicants, among other reforms. Next, IMBRA establishes rules for international marriage brokers, meaning a corporation, partnership, business, individual, or other legal entity that charges fees for providing dating, matrimonial, matchmaking services, or social referrals between United States clients and foreign national clients by providing personal contact information or otherwise facilitating communication between individuals from these respective groups. One thing to keep in mind that's important is that the type of website that David is using does fall into this category per this definition. IMBRA requires that marriage brokers do not disclose the contact information of their foreign national clients until they have done a background check on the U.S. citizen client, provided that background information to the foreign national in their language, provided the foreign national client information about legal rights they would have in the U.S. in their language, received a signed consent to release information from the foreign national client. The background check involves collecting information on court orders, certain arrests and convictions, marital history, the ages of children under the age of 18 that the U.S. client has, and every state the U.S. client has lived in since turning 18. It also requires a check of sex offender registries. IMBRA says that marriage brokers cannot disclose information if there is a protective or restraining order in place. The information also cannot be disclosed to anyone under the age of 18. It also prohibits anyone under the age of 18 from using marriage broker services, either as a foreign national client or as a U.S. citizen client. Further, it restricts the information that's collected from being shared with anybody who is not a U.S. client of the broker. Finally, IMBRA states the penalties for the violation of this particular section. Next, IMBRA requires the Department of Homeland Security and the Department of State to develop a pamphlet which describes the various rights a foreign fiancé or spouse has in the United States and sets forth the requirements for when and how it is to be shared with visa applicants. Of note, this goes beyond K-1 applicants to other spousal applicants as well. Finally, IMBRA requires that DHS and the State Department compile and issue a variety of reports on K-1 issuances and the international marriage broker industry as a whole. It also authorizes the collection of data so that these studies can be conducted. So that's IMBRA. Don't we all feel smarter now? Now, I get that this was really long and boring.
That's what she said!
But I'd like for this to be the final word on the subject of IMBRA. Let's look at what David has said and how it compares to the law. David claims that it is not legal for Lana to talk to him off the website he is using. He claims that for her to do so would violate IMBRA. This is wrong. The website itself is not allowed to disclose Lana's private contact information until it has collected information about David, shared it with Lana, obtained Lana's consent, and made disclosures to David. Once that is all in place, they are free to share it. Further, Lana is free to share her contact information with David whenever she wants. We can speculate about why she doesn't. It could be that she's getting paid by the website and doesn't want to put that income at risk. It could be that the person David is talking to isn't Lana herself, and the real Lana has no interest in talking with David in real life. Who knows? The main point here is that Lana giving out her own personal details to David and then taking their conversation off the website is in no way a violation of IMBRA. David also seems to imply that it's not legal for any American to talk with a foreign national off any website, except maybe in the case of social media. I'm not sure what's going through his head, but again, IMBRA doesn't say anything about this. The law regulates businesses who take paying clients like David and then matches them with women like Lana. Everything else is fair game. Now, why might David be so confused? It could be that the IMBRA information provided on the website lies about what the law's requirements are. Or that somebody who works for the website fed him a line about IMBRA that's not true, but that he still believes. We don't really know. I don't know the exact websites he has used, and I don't know all the interactions he's had on those websites. But I think this explanation is at least plausible. User The Dog Mother Part 2 posted a link on Reddit to a site that Lana is on that has some IMBRA text in its license agreement. Taking a look, we can see that it's basically okay, but other sites might not be as good. So there you have it. David doesn't understand how IMBRA really works, but has convinced himself of some fictional version of its requirements to continue the story of his relationship with Lana in his head. At least, that's how it appears to me. Hope you guys found this useful. Agency out.